All right, we're back on the Digital Social Hour. I'm joined with my co-host Ari Gold and our guest today, Patrick Adair.
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
I'm doing really good.
What brings you into town today?
I'm I'm part of the film production of a car TV show, Banging Gears. It's going to be somewhere on the internet at some point in time.
So wait, what do you do? How'd you get into this?
Well, my background is I do jewelry. I'm a ring maker. I got into it in high school. That's how I know Sean.
Get the fuck out of here.
Bro, I cold emailed him after I got a Facebook ad for their ring company. They make the sickest rings I've ever seen.
Okay.
He made me a custom ring with meteorite in it.
And nobody wanted to show me any pictures of these.
I was supposed to bring it, but I forgot.
Dick.
Oof.
I'll throw up a photo on the video.
Yeah, I definitely want to see a point of reference.
Yeah. But show him these. I mean.
Yeah, so this is I'm doing
these
a
are
car
it?
shoot. So I've got some car related stuff on. So this is made from a Bugatti wheel. Check it out.
Bugatti wheel.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like $14,000, right?
What, 2,500? I think we charged for that.
That's a lot.
So we bought Bugatti wheels. They cost 25 grand a piece each wheel.
What? Why?
Yeah. There's like a whole
They're made of very strong materials.
It's a forged alloy, and they are insanely wide, and I mean they're very overpriced too.
Okay.
But yeah, $100,000 to.
How much is a Bugatti on average?
They sold new, I think, for about $1.5 million.
Jesus.
Veyron.
That's got to be.
It's insane.
One of the most expensive.
They
brands.
lost money on every one they sold, I believe.
Why?
Just the R&D cost of building it was so absurdly high.
So they won't profit for years?
No, but they've moved on to, it was Volkswagen Group who did the whole Bugatti thing, and that kind of
I think it's more for land speed records and things like that.
Yeah, it makes you look cool.
Yeah.
Helps you develop some tech and
good branding.
all that. Yeah.
Cool. So what made you get into cars so heavily?
Well, I mean, I like cars a lot. I've always really liked them. They're just kind of to me, I'm into engineering. I'm into cool stuff that's made out of cool materials, stuff that goes and does a function or is really fast. So I've always liked cars. I've always liked making stuff with my hands. So kind of the same reasons I like jewelry, same reasons I got into that, same thing I like about cars. And
It's all craftsmanship.
Yeah.
Fine craftsmanship can be noticed anywhere.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where it's at.
Yeah.
What the, when it comes to cars, I feel like it's interesting because you get to see a progression in style over a period of time.
It's
my favorite era is
window of
50s, 60s. For me, I think is the golden era of cars.
Yeah.
And I don't
beautiful cars.
there's just certain things, and especially with jewelry as well, you can see similarities when jewelry progresses over time. I've started to see new, I don't think it might be called steampunk creation or something where it's like gears and wires and all different types. I'm like, dude, the way that jewelry has progressed, people will wind actual gems inside little wires. I'm like, these look like it would take years to make.
Eons, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm into. The little details, the little fine stuff. And it's easy to do that on a ring. It's hard to do that on a supercar. So that's why I got into rings. It was this, I want to make really, really cool stuff. I can't go just make a supercar. There's...
I mean, you could. It depends on how rich you are, how much money you want to blow.
I'm Christian Von
It can be done. Yeah, it can be done.
One day.
Hey, dude, look at Elon. Fuck.
Yeah,
He's got a supercar?
Do I?
Do you?
Oh, no. No. See, look, the closest I got to a supercar was an M6, and I don't think I kept the car under 100 miles an hour at any point in time.
Fast.
The problem, and listen, the problem was, especially in Vegas, that every fucking street is just straight shot.
That's what I have noticed firsthand.
So, but I'm sure, and we'll get into your car in a minute, what you've experienced, the same thing I experienced. Mine was lowered. And you don't fucking notice at 100 miles an hour when the road goes like this. And, when you do that at 15, you're like, oh, it's a bump. At 100 miles, your shit lifts the fuck off. And either you lose your front end, or you scrape your front end, or you just shit your pants. And oh my God, holy shit. Slam on the brakes, you get out, you do a full lap around the car. You're like, all right, tires, we're good. Front end, back end. Oh, okay, fuck, my tailpipe is hanging out. All right, cool. Let's take this shit home. Wrap it up. All right, everybody, good job today.
Damn.
So I gotta say, when you pulled in in a Taco Bell wrapped Senna.
It's a 720S.
720S.
It's a Walmart brand 720S. It's got a body kit on it.
So it had the Senna
like
kit.
Senna.
So look, this is why I wanted to save the questions, because I saw the 720 badges, but I was
that car is wild. It's got a lot going on.
Tell me about this thing. How is it yours?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so
and you wrapped it in a Taco Bell wrap?
Yes.
Are they paying you?
No.
Why?
Because I haven't talked to them. I just thought it'd be funny.
Why? You like to live Moss?
Yes.
How often do you eat Taco Bell?
I mean, not even that often.
Power hour of questions. I know. I've been saving this,
this is good.
I'm sorry, guys. Okay, let me give a backdrop for this. When he pulled up, we were smoking outside. I told everyone no questions. They all looked at me crazy and they got mad. And I said, I want to save this shit for the podcast because this is fucking gold. The car is stunning. It's sitting on fucking Ford Giottos, 18s. I'm assuming
they're Rohana 3-piece wheels.
Wow. So it looked like 4Gs.
Yeah, yeah.
My God, the guys. So it's not a Senna. It's not 4Gs, but the car still looks phenomenal. All right. It's got a Taco Bell wrap, purple with lime green accents, Live Moss on the fucking tail. Okay.
Yeah.
How did this happen?
Well, so my background is in jewelry. What I used to originally kind of grow my business and market it is YouTube. So I'd film myself making the rings, post the videos to my channel, grew myself organically that way. Naturally, I grew the company, earned a little bit of money. I wanted to buy cars. I've always really, really been into them, and I always really liked YouTube. So I was like, let me just start a little car YouTube channel, just kind of as a side hobby sort of a thing. And that's what got me all into it. I bought a couple cars.
At that time, did you have cars, or you were just like, fuck it, I need to just go out and go buy some shit?
I was kind of, I grew up without enough to afford any kind of sort of car. And I started this business and it kind of took off over the course of like 2 or 3 years. And I was just busy, like nose to the grindstone. So I didn't have time to buy anything along the way. I had a Ford Focus. I eventually bought a Ford Raptor. That was like my first nice car that I ever bought. And it was like a business write-off at the end of the year one year. Yeah. And then I finally, just after a couple more years, was just like, all right, let's go straight to a supercar.
Oh man. I mean, dude, you're being super humble, let's be honest. Your YouTube has 800,000 subscribers. Your jewelry business is doing millions a year. I mean, how are you able to scale that just making rings in your garage?
I mean, it's let me just kind of walk you through the story. You know it probably better than hardly anyone else.
I was there early.
But yeah, you're one of the OGs.
Yes, sir.
But I started it while I was in high school. It was just kind of more of a hobby. I'd build and make the rings and sell them online for whatever people were willing to pay. But I started doing the videos. I've always loved YouTube. I've known it's such like a cool, valuable resource. And like I grew up on it. I didn't have television or anything like that. Like I watched YouTube. So I wanted to do it. I got into it. I'd post videos showing the whole process of how I make them, and just kind of started growing a following to the point where I was getting a lot of ring orders. I would make the rings and then I'd offer that design on my website. You could go check it out and buy it. So that was my original business model. I was on to college at this point, but I, over a summer, got like really into it, got really, just kind of scaled it to the point where I was getting really busy with it. So I was like, I'm going to take a semester off, see how this goes. And,
that's how it starts.
And then it ends.
The rest is history.
You don't show up and it's over.
Yeah. So that was just me until I had moved out from my parents' house, and their basement was where my first shop was. So I got myself a tiny little mother-in-law apartment above a garage, and then I got the half of a garage underneath it, and that's where
I've been to that garage, right? Or was that the other one?
You went to it was our first like actual shop.
Okay.
But it was like this small, tiny one that we got.
That was crazy to see with my own eyes.
Yeah. So from there, it was just me. I brought in some other people.
How do you find craftsmen like this? I'm so curious.
I mean, a lot of the jewelry we make is really non-traditional. I don't have any jewelry making experience or education. It's all just self-taught. So my techniques are just a little bit different, a little more brutish, and they're not like the fine, ornate, like...
You're not setting diamonds in it.
Yeah, we're not doing settings, things like that. So, I mean, I make videos that are essentially tutorials on how to make the ring. So we hire someone on who's got just kind of a passion for making stuff. It's kind of how we start. And starting with the basic stuff, and they.
Yeah, I saw you did a ring for PewDiePie when he hit 100 million.
Yeah, well, I didn't. He didn't commission it or anything. But that was I should say I brought my friend Lewis. Lewis well on as a business partner, and we started scaling it, hiring employees, doing all of that. And the YouTube channel was just my focus for a long time. So the PewDiePie thing, he was hitting 100 million subscribers, and if you guys like remember, like there's a sensation throughout the whole internet when PewDiePie was about to hit it. Like everyone and their dad was just posting about like, let's get him to 100 million. So I was like, we could do a ring and get a lot of buzz about it. And I know that PewDiePie had a YouTube segment that he would post like weekly at this point, where he'd just go on his Reddit and just kind of look at what was popular there. So it's like, I could make this ring, post it to YouTube, and then post it to Reddit. People will love it on Reddit. It'll get upvoted there, and then PewDiePie will see it, and if we're lucky, maybe it'll make it into one of his videos. And that's exactly what happened.
That's awesome. So, did you get to send it to him too?
No, we never like reached out to him. It'd just be so hard.
Yeah, I don't even know where that man lives.
Yeah, and I think he stays quite private.
Very.
Like, he's not like super into the like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That.
What have been your favorite rings to make?
I'm really into just going crazy with like weird different materials. Your ring was, I made you a ring in a video, and that was the first time I had made something exactly like that, where it was just like really just like no budget on the materials, and just trying to make something like classy and a little more just like something you could wear every day.
Yeah,
I'm dying to see what this thing looks like.
Dude, every time I wear it, I get compliments.
I gotta know.
It's what sick, I ended up patterning my wedding ring off of. So it's
wow.
It's
so you made your own wedding ring?
Yeah,
that saved you $20,000.
My wife made it with me.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, that's the one ring that I have.
What a unique thing to share.
Yeah, I made her come into the shop and put her to work and said, "Make me my ring."
What's on the ring?
Meteorite. So that's
same as mine.
Yep, meteorite in the middle, and then rose gold accents, carbon fiber on the edges.
Sick.
Rose gold.
We'll make you one, Ari.
Yeah, we'll have to get you something sick.
I'd love one.
Maybe a weed one or something.
Yeah, 420.
Get some weed in there. Is that even possible?
Throw some emeralds in it.
Yeah.
Okay. I like emeralds.
I like emeralds. Go green.
Yeah. I'm wearing blue, but I fuck with the green. You know.
Yeah, so that's what my channel is, just trying something crazy with jewelry, taking emeralds, cast them in resin, make it into a ring.
I got to go on your channel. I feel kind of bad now that I haven't seen any of your videos. I really don't spend that much time on YouTube.
Yeah.
I do.
You big into YouTube?
Yeah, I do.
Are
you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, still to this day, it's just like my only...
Yeah, I watch YouTube more than TV, Netflix, everything else, pretty much. Because you learn a lot off YouTube, honestly.
Yeah, YouTube's like really dense.
I just used to get, I just remember when I was heavy on YouTube, I'd go on like rabbit holes for like 8 hours. I'm like,
oh, you were going.
What's happening? Like, where am I?
You were watching like, conspiracy theories.
Oh, dude, I would come. Oh, I would go into the like, is the megalodon still alive? Oh, man, and then it would just be like, some would be like good videos, and some would just be like fucking copy and paste, like the shittiest edits. And like, oh my god, people are fucked. But yeah, that's my,
that's your YouTube experience.
That's my. Listen, I love YouTube. I love anytime I need DIY shit around the house. Yeah. How do I do this? YouTube. YouTube will save. I feel like YouTube could save fucking millions.
That's how I've learned like everything I know. Like good stuff.
Yeah, it's more valuable than college, in my opinion.
Yeah. But now I feel like TikTok is like the DIY spot. If you need shit done, like everybody's going to TikTok. I still haven't jumped.
Their search engine's not good though. That's what YouTube's got down. If you want to know how to like do this on your water heater, like you can't just search for that on TikTok.
I agree.
You have to hashtag it. Oh, really?
Like,
I don't know how it works. I have not fucking played on TikTok.
I will say for finding new restaurants, I like TikTok and Instagram better than Google.
And do you follow like an account?
Yeah, because there's specific big accounts in each city.
It's like a Las Vegas restaurant.
Yeah, there's a guy named Las Vegas Phil. There's Vegas Starfish. There's a couple. What's that guy? Keith Lee. Keith Lee's another big one. So
yeah. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I'm just mad because I didn't do it.
Has its little
Snack Daddy's another one.
Snack Daddy.
I was. Yeah. I'm retired now.
You retired from the TikTok game?
No, I wasn't on the TikTok game. I did. Oh. I did. We did a cooking show for a little bit during COVID because nothing to fucking do. I was bored, and I had this kind of parody that everybody knows me for called Snack Daddy. So you know, we're like, all right, let's have some fun with it. We just would go out and buy like Wagyu and stuff and have it ordered in and just cook crazy shit and just make fun.
Do you have
with it.
like cooking experience?
No.
So was that like kind of fun?
I have zero culinary experience. However, I've been cooking my whole life.
Yeah.
So it's not like I went to like Le Cordon Bleu, but
yeah, okay.
But I've been told by friends and people that I am an exceptional chef.
Yeah.
I love food. Okay. I have a passion for food.
So it's like a very like you're.
It's not, by all means is the show not serious.
Okay,
I'm like smoking weed and like no.
Welcome back to.
So I have a professional chef. Shout out Chef Green. He owns a couple restaurants and created some of the best restaurants out here in Vegas. And he's my partner. We're literally. But it's more like back and forth banter because he's traditional.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So
you have to. And I'm like, I'm not doing
wrong.
I fuck with, and everybody loves it because it's just like him and I are such good friends, and we just play off each other so much. But in the videos, it just looks like we just hate each other. Like we just can't. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like you're sprinkling too much shit. I'm like. You know, like
cooking's hard, man.
Cooking involves patience, and I'll tell you the number one thing that I learned from my grandmother, God rest her soul, the first thing I learned to cook was eggs, and what she told me was when you take time with eggs, the eggs will taste better. And I never understood that because growing up, I used to always be in a rush and just, cook some fucking eggs and whip. And now I'll cook on low. I'll let the eggs slowly cook.
Okay.
I'll put milk, I'll fluff them, season, put the cheese on at the end, let a nice glaze go over, flip, nice glaze on the other side. They come out like a golden brown little fucking delicious. Oh God,
that sounds good, man. You gotta.
I'm telling you guys. Listen,
yeah.
there's just certain things that you pick up along the way when you're cooking, and to this day, my favorite thing to cook are eggs. It's just because I can cook it so many different ways: scrambled, sunny side up. You can do omelets. You can do anything. Like eggs, you can literally cook into fucking anything. So
that's awesome.
That and ramen. Because I lived off ramen being broke. So shout out to ramen. I'd love to get a sponsorship from those guys.
Cup noodles.
Yeah, Maruchan.
Those were the days, man.
Yeah, dude, we all grew up on fucking ramen. So, but we'll segue back to. I want to go back into the ring business and what you're doing now. So, I want to know what you've seen in the past 5 years as far as growth and expansion, and obviously having to, learn with the trends and focus on how that's gonna make more money in the future. What are you doing to kind of stay ahead of the curve right now?
Yeah, so we kind of don't have any competitors currly. We make these weird different rings, stuff that will glow in the dark.
Cool.
Meteorite rings. There's plenty of like smaller like DIY shop creators that you could commission one of these things from, but none of like the big players like Shanko, like they just want to sell made in China, very mass produced stuff that they can get for, sub $10 price point and sell for, $300 to $500. That's kind of like
Jesus,
this massive, the male ring industry is just terrible. So
I'd be so mad if I knew I was spending $500 on a $10 ring.
Yeah, they'll charge you $500 for
I'd kill somebody.
Plain titanium band. It's not as bad these days, but it was bad, and I've made an effect on the jewelry industry. Like you can see like meteorite is really prevalent these days. A lot of like Damascus steels, titanium Damascus alloys, like those are starting to be a thing. Whereas when I first got into them, they were very kind of niche things. I wasn't the first to do really hardly anything that I do, but I've kind of made it a little more popular on the mainstream as far as mainstream jewelry goes.
Yeah.
But we got, so like we've kind of had our own little lane to stick in, not a whole lot of competition. And it's been, I guess, nice, but we know it's not something that's going to last forever. And very quickly, all of these brands are catching on. All these Chinese manufacturers are starting to say like, hey, why are they selling these? What are they doing that we can't? And the thing is we're not taking like $3, $4, $5, $6 rings. We're making stuff by hand that actually takes like real effort that you can't just do on a CNC machine as fast as you want. And that's why we're able to be unique, and that's why we're able to charge a premium. There's no alternative to making something like that.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You know, if it's a meteorite ring, it's a solid chunk of meteorite, and you can't just throw that in a CNC lathe.
Yeah. What's your average order value actually?
I think about $350.
Okay,
give or take.
That's pretty high.
So it's a lot higher than, I guess, typically people I meet in the e-commerce world.
100%.
Yeah.
I remember jerseys when I was selling them where my AOV was like $50, $60.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of like our unique catch, is like we're this big, higher average order stuff, but it has been tough because we are a little bit niche, and not everyone has $400 to spend on a ring. So that's what's tricky. And that's like a lot of what our key to success is our organic reach. You know, you can't just start doing Facebook ads like, hey, buy this $500 ring. You're not going to find a market. You're going to burn through so much cash before you figured out what you need to be marketing towards. So that was kind of like our big blessing in the beginning, is not only would we get free advertising from YouTube, we get paid from YouTube. You get the views, we get paycheck, and we get customers. It was fantastic. But YouTube's very like fickle, ups and downs, and they change the algorithm all the time. And it's a grind too. And it's not something you want to have to just stay on 24/7, 365. So we've always tried to branch out and just kind of have as many options and many channels as possible. So we've gotten heavy into Facebook ads, and that's Lewis, my business partner. That has been his forte, the big, like traditional marketing side of things. And when we first got into it, we had no idea what any of it was. Neither of us had any sort of experience. He was in college on his way to become a doctor. He's a brilliant person, and was dropped out. He said, you know what? He pulled a Patrick, said, I'll take a couple semesters off too. I brought him in on the business, and we started doing marketing because we knew that was something that a good business would do. But it was tough. We just started from square one, and we just learned like day by day, dollar by dollar, and slowly we're able to get that to become an actual profit producing like avenue. And we've just tried to scale it as aggressively as we.
I used to get your Facebook ad every day for like a year straight. You guys were crushing it on Facebook.
We get really, I don't handle all of that side of the business, but we go very aggressive on it. That's our big thing.
That's incredible. So do you do the Facebook ads in-house, or did you outsource it?
Honestly, right now I can't tell you what we're doing. Originally, we started working with a agency, and I don't know, all agencies are relatively the same. They'd work with us. They say, hey, could you give us, make this product? We want this sort of media. So we like that, and we learned a lot from them, and we just learned and growed. But then I think we started working with an ex-employee of the company who was a manager of our account for a long time. He started his own thing, and it was a lot more cost effective to work with him.
Yeah, some of those agencies charge an arm and a leg.
Yeah. So it was a fat tax, and we knew that the whole long way. But eventually we were able
always nice to keep it in the family.
Yes, sir. How do you like living in Utah? Because when I went to visit you guys 5 years ago, I didn't even know what a Mormon person was.
Yeah.
So when I went there, it was a huge culture shock to me.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's a
crap.
different place. It's just kind of its own, little bubble up there. And I mean, I grew up there. I know nothing else. And so to me, it's just kind of normal, but it's an interesting place, a ton of entrepreneurship.
Really?
It's if you look up stats on it, I don't know how you would, but like BYU puts out so many of these different like entrepreneurial type people and YouTubers.
Interesting.
So many YouTubers are from
Which YouTubers
Utah.
are from there?
Grant Thompson, King of Random. He was huge back in the day. Jerry Rig Everything. I don't know. I'm trying to draw
Post Malone, right?
Post Malone, he lives there now. Yeah.
He's from Austin, but he lives out there. Yeah.
Why does he live out there?
It's fucking perfect. He has dude, he has a mountain out there. He literally has a mountain to himself.
You know where he lives?
I do.
That's
the McLaren. Do you know
he has a
who
McLaren?
Owned that?
Oh, that was his?
I bought it from him.
Oh, sick.
Oh, was this during? Hold on. So I'll tell you a funny story. A little while ago, and I'm sure this is fairly recent because a little while ago they were telling me that Post just wanted to sell all his cars. And so I had a conversation with his dad, Rich, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm in charge. I'm getting rid of everything." And they were he just didn't want to own. He had like 150 cars he wanted to get rid of.
I see.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of relate to that too. Like I've got a bunch of cars now, and like that's kind of like a typical thing. You know, you get a bunch of cars, and you're just like, what do I need all these for?
Right.
Yeah.
How many do you have?
Stress time money. Not nearly as many as him, but
150 successful.
what, like 7, I think, at this point.
That's a good amount.
Yeah.
I feel like I only need 2 max.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What do you mean 2 max?
Why would I need more than
This
that?
is a great discussion to get into.
Supercar,
You need a supercar. You need a daily driver.
daily sporty.
A daily. Well, okay. If you want to get into the luxury of how many cars you can really have and enjoy, you get the daily sporty. Then you have a daily utility. Then you have an actual utility that and then you have to upgrade to a truck, an off road, and then obviously we're missing a convertible.
So that's
Roadster. Yep.
So that's what, 6,
That's 7.
7?
Yeah, everybody knows. Bare minimum.
Everyone knows
7
that?
cars. Yeah. No.
That's not bare minimum. I'm just saying in the perfect world, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
But
yeah.
for me, I think the ideal scenario, so the setup I have now is great. I have my pickup truck. It has 278,000 miles on it.
Yep.
That's a lot.
2001 Chevy Silverado 2500, and it runs perfect.
I don't know about that.
I do because I've been driving it for 278,000 miles, so I'll tell you it runs perfect. Second in the lineup is my close to daily driver, which is my Jeep. You guys saw it outside. Yep. I love it. I can go anywhere, go over anything.
Go off the curbs, park where you need to. Go
Perfect.
off the road.
It is perfect. And then when I have to go to like meetings and stuff, I have my S-Class.
All right.
And I love it. I think the S-Class is like the perfect
See, the S
business.
class. That's like if
Little
you have
business
a
and
one
pleasure.
car collection. That's the
Yeah, it's just a little.
That's the one?
You know
Yeah.
what's funny is that when I started making money, obviously I grabbed the Jeep because that was like my dream car. But right after it, I think like maybe 3 months, I was like, "Fuck, gotta get an S-Class." that was right up on the list.
they're nice.
I had a buddy that was selling it in California. And this is right like in the midst of COVID, right before all the prices went through the fucking roof. He was like, "Bro, give me like 35." It's like, oh man, 35,000. Okay, cool. I'll meet you down in Santa Monica tomorrow. Pulled up with a little garbage bag of cash, gave it to him in the trunk. He's like, "All right, here's the deed." And I looked at the pink slip. I'll never forget. I just looked down. I'm like, dude, I just bought a fucking S-Class. It was the coolest thing ever. And I remember looking around like, felt like I was doing something illegal almost, And he's like, "All right, here, I'm selling this car to you. Dude, sign here." That was it.
What are they worth now?
45.
Yeah, probably not that.
That car market spike last year or 2 years ago was crazy.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Really, like it's never happened before.
Yeah.
Anybody that's owned or owning a Porsche is the biggest winner of all.
Yeah.
All Porsche owners are. Oh my god, dude! My my buddy has a 2008 Turbo S that he wanted to get rid of, and I remember him saying, "Oh, dude, I think I might take a deal on it at 65." And I just remember thinking, hold on to it. And I said, "Look, bro, I'll be real with you. I think that's probably a little low. I might have I think I had 75,000 miles on it, but bro, it's a Turbo S. That's now the car is no less than 120.
What?
120.
Why did they go up so much?
120 minimum.
Why
Porsches.
that brand specifically, though?
They're
They
just appreciating really well.
they have a very they only make a few different car models.
Okay.
They are very incremental with their changes of them, so they're all just like very classy, and each different model year is very like
Unique
special
to
in
its
a
own,
certain
right?
way.
It has its own uniqueness to it.
Yeah.
So they're like the Richard Mille of the car world.
No, I would not say that. If you're
What
going to
are
put it
they?
into the brand, I'd call them the Rolex.
Yeah.
I'd call them the Rolex.
Rolex
of the
makes
car
a million watches a year, though.
brand. Then I'd say Audemars Peugeot.
Okay.
Well, Porsche makes a lot of cars.
Yeah, because they're Volvo now, right? Or no, Porsche still
Volkswagen.
owns Volkswagen. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I think production numbers are down, not up.
Yeah, I mean,
And the
just
only
in
reason they
general,
would
like,
well, listen,
compared to
the only reason they would be up is because you're adding in things like the SUVs and the Macans.
yeah. I mean,
But I'm telling you that as far as sports models and like, Targa, Turbo S, things like that, I think those are scarce and more on order sense.
yes, but I think they're more than like Ferrari. I don't even know though. So
That's a whole.
they are like a supercar that you could seriously daily drive and not have issues. The McLaren is just too like it breaks down.
Every
heard
McLaren
some
owner I know complains
Yeah.
about how it
Yeah.
spends more time in the shop than it does the garage.
Yeah,
I have heard that, and I'm not even into cars, but I've heard about that.
yeah. Especially.
So hold on, let's rank this real quick because
Yeah.
as far as daily driver supercars, I'll unfortunately. Well, no, I'm not going to say unfortunately. I'm gonna do it like this. I want to hear your three. I'm gonna go Porsche at 1 because I've had experience on that and it's great. I think I'd take Corvette at 2.
Yeah.
And as far as this is also a debate. Most people will have the Corvette's not a supercar. Nah. If it's got 2 doors and it's got over 500 horsepower, it's a supercar.
Especially C8.
Yeah.
There's no
debate.
Yeah,
The C8s are wow. 3, I'd have to throw in. Oh man, it's tough. You got to do AMG. You got to throw any AMG.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is, but any S63 is really my ideal. So
What's your top 3?
let's see. For dailies,
daily,
you got to go something Porsche.
right?
Any 911, fantastic daily.
Great.
And then number 2, definitely a Huracan or an R8.
Wow. Wait. Wow. No.
Those
What
are,
curveball? Wait. Back up. How'd you sneak in the R8 there?
They're the same. So Volkswagen makes the R8 and the Huracan. They have the same engine. They're pretty much the same car. The R8's slightly cheaper and a little more practical, a little roomier, more bubbly shaped. So there's like more cabin space. And then the Lambo's more extreme and aggressive. But as far as that goes, they're
Wow, what a curveball! Throw me 3.
Yeah, they're fantastic cars.
That's a tie for 2. What's 3?
Number 3. This is where it's tricky.
That's why I stumbled.
This is very tricky. I don't even.
Give it a good ending note.
And I mean, you don't want a daily in McLaren. Ferraris are good. They're decent on stuff.
A daily Ferrari.
Man, I feel like I can just say those 3. That's
I could
it.
never.
Okay.
All right, stick with those. Sean, what you got?
Bro, I don't even know any of these cars you guys
You're
are talking
like,
about.
What the fuck?
I'm sitting here with my Tesla,
We're-
very happy.
We're ending it on this note.
Tesla.
Tell them where we can find you.
Tesla's number 3. Model
Okay.
S.
A plaid.
Yep,
Little
that's
plaid.
I should have thought.
There we
of that.
go.
Yep, I'm on Instagram, Adair Auto.
Perfect. Sean,
right.
tell them where they can find you.
Sean Mike Kelly,
And I'm Ari Gold. Thanks for having us.
thanks
Sean.
for tuning in. Digital Social Hour. See you guys next week.